Let's see how to define internal fixities in StruBIM CYPE 3D, which are those joining the ends of the bars that are connected to the same node. We start by opening the Node menu at the top of the interface and click on Internal Fixity. Then we select the nodes where we wish to define the fixity, either one by one or all at the same time by using the crossing method with the mouse pointer. Lastly, we right-click the mouse. In the pop-up window, we can select the type of internal fixity. In this window, the Fixed Node button assigns fixed connection properties between all bars reaching the node. This way, they share the displacements and rotation angles in the analysis. This is the default option when entering new nodes or bars. It is represented by a blue box symbol in the model viewer. The following button, Fixed Node with partial fixity coefficient for all its elements, allows us to type in the partial fixity coefficient that defines the level of fixity between the elements reaching the node. The coefficient can be 0 if it is a pin connection, or any positive value. The higher the value, the greater the value of fixity. A node with these characteristics is represented with the symbol of a double blue circle in the model viewer. For a pinned node, all pin connection properties are assigned between all elements reaching the node. It is represented by a single blue circle on the node. Finally, we have the possibility of defining a generic node, which allows us to specify the level of fixity between the different groups of bars or shells that are attached to the node. On the left-hand side, we see a diagram of the bars of shells. Each one is identified with the same reference letter as shown in the model viewer. In the table on the right-hand side, the internal fixity between these elements is described. Each one of the columns represents a bar or sheet reaching the node and may have only one mark, which will be placed on one of the lines. The bars or sheets that have the checkbox marked on the same line will be fixed between them and pinned with the rest. In the diagram on the left, the fixed elements will be represented together in the same circle. If we activate the checkbox in the second column, the elements containing a tick checkbox in the same row in the following columns will have a partial fixity to the node. In this case, we type in the partial fixity coefficient in the third column. This coefficient will assume any positive value, since 0 is equivalent to a pinned connection. If the checkbox in the second column is unchecked, the program will not apply the defined partial fixity coefficient value. Finally, we can see that in the diagram on the left-hand side, the elements with partial fixity are represented by a red line that connects them to the center of the node.